Imagine this. You're at a beautiful upscale restaurant, candlelight flickering, glasses clinking, and your own family is treating you like you don't even exist. You open your mouth to order, and someone else answers for you. They pick your food without asking. When you try to speak up, your sister leans over and says loud enough for the whole table to hear, "She's fine." She doesn't talk. That was me last Saturday night. My name is Elena, I'm 28, I run my own small business, pay my own bills, and haven't lived at home in years. But the second I sat down for what was supposed to be a family reconnection dinner, it was like I'd time traveled back to being 12 again, invisible, spoken over, decided for. My older sister Marcus had the menu before I even touched it. My brother-in-law Derek smirked, like it was all a joke. My mom Lydia just smiled and nodded, like this was normal. They ordered appetizers for the table, including a plain salad for me that I haven't eaten since high school. I tried to correct them, and Marcus cut me off mid-sentence. Have you ever been in a room full of people who claim to love you, yet make you feel completely erased? I sat there, biting my tongue, heat rising in my chest. But what they didn't know was that someone else had been watching the whole time. The host of the restaurant, Mr. Harlan, had his eyes on our table from the moment we walked in. And when he finally walked over, everything was about to change. The moment I stepped through the heavy glass doors of Harlan's, the warm glow of chandeliers hit me like a promise. I dressed up, crimson blouse, heels that actually clicked with confidence because tonight was supposed to be different. A real reconnection. No more low-contact excuses. I smiled at the hostess, said hello to the family already seated, and reached for my chair. Marcus snatched the leather-bound menu right out of my hand before my fingers even closed around it. "Don't worry, Elena," she said, not even looking at me. "I know exactly what you like." I froze. My mouth opened. Nothing came out at first. Derek chuckled low, like it was cute. Lydia patted my arm. "Let your sister handle it, sweetheart. You always get overwhelmed with choices." Overwhelmed? I run a business that clears 6 figures. I negotiate contracts. I fire people when I have to. But in that booth I was suddenly 12 again, quiet, awkward, needing to be managed. The waiter, Alex, appeared with his tablet and that practiced smile. "Good evening. Can I start anyone with drinks or appetizers?" I leaned forward. "I'll have." Marcus cut in smoothly. "We'll take the bruschetta for the table, the calamari, and a plain garden salad for Elena. No dressing, she's watching her figure." Alex glanced at me. I opened my mouth again. Marcus leaned closer, voice syrupy but loud. "She's fine. She doesn't need to talk." The words landed like a slap. Heat flooded my face. I stared at my empty place setting, nails digging into my palms under the table. Have you ever felt your own heartbeat turn into thunder in a room full of people pretending everything's normal? I sat there, silent, while they laughed and reminisced about the old days. My salad arrived, exactly the one I'd sworn off years ago. I didn't touch it. And then, from the corner of the room, I caught movement. Mr. Harlan, the owner himself, had stepped out from behind the bar. He was watching our table. Not casually. Intently. He started walking toward us. Ever had someone decide your entire meal like you're still in diapers? That's exactly what happened next. The entrees menu landed in front of Marcus like she'd been waiting for it her whole life.
She didn't ask.
She didn't glance my way. She just started reading aloud in that fake sweet voice she uses when she's in control. For Elena, the grilled chicken with lemon herb sauce. Light portion. No carbs. She's been trying to slim down lately. Trying to slim down? I've been the same size since college. I've run 2 half marathons. But apparently my body is public property now. I cleared my throat. Actually, I was thinking the salmon. Lydia reached over and squeezed my wrist gently. "Sweetheart, let Marcus order. She knows what's best. You always pick the heaviest thing on the menu." The contradiction hit like ice water. Heaviest? I eat clean. Marcus is the one who downs 3 glasses of wine before appetizers. But facts don't matter when the family narrative is already written. Alex scribbled the order, without looking up. I tried one more time, voice low but firm. "Can I get the salmon, please? Grilled, no sauce." Marcus laughed, actually laughed, and waved him off. She's just being difficult tonight. Chicken is fine. She'll thank us later. Derek leaned back, smirking. Classic Elena. Always has to make a scene. A scene. Me asking for my own food is a scene. I stared at the tablecloth, pulse hammering in my ears. The food arrived faster than I expected. My plate. Bland chicken, steamed vegetables drowning in butter I can't eat. They started cutting into my portion without asking, passing bites around like I wasn't there. Under the table, my phone buzzed. A friend checking in. I typed back quickly, "Help me escape this nightmare." Derek's eyes flicked down. "Phone away, Elena. We're having family time." I looked up. Across the room, Mr. Harlan was no longer at the bar. He was closer now, arms folded, gaze locked on our table like he'd seen this play out before. He took one step, then another. What does it feel like when every single question meant for you gets hijacked? That's the rest of the meal. Alex comes back to check on us. "How's everything tasting? Anything I can get for you, miss?" He's looking right at me. Finally. Someone looking right at me. Before I can form a syllable, Marcus jumps in. "She's loving it. The chicken is perfect, light, just what she needed." Alex hesitates. His eyes flick to my untouched plate. I shift in my seat, fork still in hand, stomach knotted so tight I can barely breathe. Derek chimes in. "She's just tired. Long week. You know how it is." Tired? I'd been up since 5 a.m. closing a deal that paid more than their combined salaries last year. But sure, I'm tired. I push my chair back an inch, ready to stand, ready to say something, anything. Lydia's hand lands on my forearm like a velvet trap. "Sit still, honey. You're making everyone uncomfortable." Short, punchy truth. They were the ones making me disappear. My mind races through the years. The birthday parties where Marcus helped me blow out candles. The college applications she edited until they sounded like hers. The job interviews she insisted on prepping me for, then told everyone I bombed because I was too nervous. Always the helpful big sister. Always the hero in her own story. I look up. Mr. Harlan is standing at the head of our table now. Tall. Calm. Arms crossed. He hasn't said a word yet, but the air shifts the second he arrives, like the whole restaurant knows something's about to break. He doesn't look at Marcus. Doesn't look at Derek or Lydia. He looks straight at me. Clears his throat once. "Miss," he says, voice low and steady. "Is everything all right here?" My heart slams against my ribs. Imagine the entire table going dead quiet the second he spoke those 5 words. "Miss, is everything all right here?" Mr. Harlan's voice wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. It cut through the chatter like a knife through butter. Marcus's fork froze halfway to her mouth. Derek's smirk vanished. Lydia's hand slipped off my arm like she'd been burned. I looked up at him, really looked. Gray hair, sharp eyes, the kind of calm that comes from owning the room for decades. He wasn't asking the table. He was asking me. Only me. My throat felt tight, but the words came anyway. Quiet at first, then stronger. "No," I said. "Nothing's all right. I'd like to order for myself. The grilled salmon, please. No sauce. And I'll take it to go." Alex appeared instantly, tablet ready. No hesitation this time. Marcus recovered fastest. "She's just upset. Family stuff. We've got this under control." Mr. Harlan raised one hand. Not aggressive. Final. "I've been watching this table all evening," he said. "I've seen one person silenced, spoken over, ordered for, dismissed. That ends now." He turned back to me. "Your meal is on the house, miss. The rest of your party's bill will be at the front when you're ready to leave." Derek sputtered. "You can't do that. We're paying customers." "You are," Mr. Harlan agreed. "And I reserve the right to refuse service, or parts of it, to anyone who disrespects my guests in my restaurant." I stood, legs shaky, but standing. I looked at them, my mother, my sister, my brother-in-law, and for the first time in years, I didn't shrink. "This is why I left," I said. "This is why I stay gone." Tears burned my eyes, But they weren't from weakness. They were from finally being seen. Mr. Harlan nodded once. Alex will box your order. Take your time. I turned toward the door. Behind me, the table erupted into hushed, furious whispers. But I didn't look back. So there I was, walking out of Harlan's with my salmon boxed up, still warm in my hands, while the people who raised me sat stunned at a table that suddenly felt too big for them.
I didn't yell.
I didn't cry in front of them. I just spoke, clear, calm, for the first time in years, and someone finally listened. Mr. Harlan's words echoed behind me as the door closed. I don't serve disrespect at my tables. Simple. Quiet. Devastating. In the parking lot, the night air hit my face like freedom. I got in my car, locked the doors, and let the tears come, not from pain, but from relief. Relief that I wasn't invisible, that I never had to be again. Family doesn't get a free pass to erase you just because they share your blood. Sometimes the loudest thing you can do is stop shrinking. Sometimes the strongest help comes from a stranger who sees what your own people refuse to. I haven't spoken to them since that night. And honestly, the silence feels better than their noise ever did. Remember the beginning? The night they tried to make me disappear until someone finally looked up and saw me. If you've ever felt small in a room full of people who should lift you up, hear this. You're not alone. And you don't have to stay small. Smash that like if this story hit you in the chest. Drop "I felt this" in the comments if you've lived your own version. Subscribe and hit the bell. More real, raw stories like this every week. Tell me below, what's the toxic family moment you still can't shake? I'm reading every one. Thanks for staying till the end. You just proved you're the kind of person who sees people.